And we thank you for joining us here in the Fox 4 Weather Center as we continue to track major Hurricane Milton. The 7 o'clock update is in from the National Hurricane Center, and it still has sustained winds of 120 miles per hour, so that still makes it a powerful Category 3 hurricane. Gust upwards of 150. Central pressure has crept up a couple of millibars. Nonetheless, still just a powerhouse of a system. It is moving off toward the north and east at 15 miles per hour. So as of now, we're actually expecting it to make landfall. That's when the center of the eye will be moving onshore or moves over land. And we're expecting that likely right around that Manatee Sarasota line as we head into, say, 9 to 10 o'clock. So here in the next couple of hours. So the worst of the winds will stay up toward our north, but we're going to stay in that front right quadrant. And that's why our storm surge threat and our wind threat even will remain high. Storm surge, though, by and large, our biggest concern overnight tonight. Then heading into the overnight time frame into tomorrow morning, the storm maintains Category 1 strength over central Florida, including the I-4 corridor, and then exits Cape Canaveral and the Space Coast heading into tomorrow morning. Now, thankfully, our tornado threat has subsided. This, of course, after the National Weather Service offices in Miami and Tampa issued more than 50 tornado warnings. And of course, we were on the air the entire time the threat was present. We have at least 11 confirmed tornadoes here across the southern half of Florida. Sarasota County, the only county still under that tornado watch tonight. And that's basically because this is a really lopsided system. Look at this, kind of void of convection here on the southern side and as well as the southeastern side. But hey, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That will help to limit the amount of localized flooding that we see from heavy rainfall here across southwest Florida. The worst of the rain absolutely up toward our north, especially there for the Bay Area and farther up toward the north. Meanwhile, those tornadic cells that we were dealing with earlier today, those have also now shifted offshore and away from the East Coast after they dealt with a tremendous amount of damage as well, just like we saw here in parts of southwest Florida. But take a look at this. This is the center of the eye, and it's starting to get closer and kind of track it right up there. It's going to be very close to Sarasota, so very close landfall right there to downtown Sarasota. Really quickly, I want to run through some of those rainfall totals from those big storms that came in earlier. Of course, those very high rain totals from Sarasota up toward the Bay Area now surpassing over a foot in some locations. Meanwhile, for us, generally those accumulations have been ranging from, say, 2 to 4 inches, but up near Arcadia, around 5 inches or so from that strong thunderstorm earlier this afternoon. In the Murdoch area, we picked up around 3 inches or so based upon radar estimates. Near Venice, around 5.5 inches have fallen in the rain gauge. Near Punta Gorda, roughly 4 inches or so. Burnstorm Marina, right around 3 to 4 inches as well. Downtown Fort Myers, South Fort Myers, seeing about 4 inches from those local estimates. And then for parts of Pine Island into Cape Coral, picking up around 3 to 4 inches in the rain gauge. A bit farther off toward the south, North Naples, also seeing about 3 to 4 inches there. And in and around Orange Tree, we picked up around 4 inches in the rain gauge.